You're in the gym 3, 4 days a week, but your numbers barely move. The bar feels heavy, your speed isn't improving, and honestly, you're wondering if all this work is actually doing anything. This video is about fixing that. If you care about output, how much force you can produce, how fast you can move, how powerful you feel, there are 3 lifts that matter more than anything else: the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. Forget the flashy stuff for a second. These 3 movements are the backbone of real, measurable strength. They transfer to sport, to daily life, and to every other exercise you do. Over the next 15 minutes, I'll show you how to use these lifts to build brutal, efficient strength without wasting time on random programs that go nowhere. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do every time you walk into the gym. This isn't just another top 10 exercises video. We're drilling into 3 lifts that give you the biggest return on your effort: squat, bench, deadlift. If you train them well, you'll get stronger everywhere: legs, back, chest, grip, core, even your mindset. We'll break each lift into 3 parts: why it matters for output, how to perform it safely and powerfully, and how to program it so you keep progressing month after month. I'll also cover common mistakes that quietly kill your gains. If you're serious about getting stronger, take a moment now. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stick with me until the end. I'm going to give you simple, specific templates you can use on your very next session. Grab a notebook, or at least your notes app. Think of this video as your mini strength blueprint, built around the 3 lifts that actually matter. Let's start with why these 3 lifts matter so much for output. Strength is your base. More maximal strength means every submaximal effort, sprinting, jumping, changing direction, grappling, even carrying groceries, costs you less. You're basically raising the ceiling so everything below it becomes easier. The squat, bench, and deadlift are special because they check 4 big boxes: heavy loading potential, lots of muscle mass involved, clear progression, and objective measurement. You can add weight, track volume, and know if you're getting stronger. Squats build lower body force and torso stability. Bench press builds upper body pushing strength and shoulder girdle resilience. Deadlifts build posterior chain power, glutes, hamstrings, spinal erectors, and serious grip. Together, they cover almost every major movement pattern: squat, hinge, push, plus isometric bracing. When performance coaches talk about general strength, this is what they mean. Before we dive into each lift, keep one rule in mind: progress, not variety, drives output. First up, the back squat, the king of lower body strength. For output, the squat trains you to produce force through the ground, transfer it through your trunk, and express it through the bar. That's sprint starts, jumps, tackles, and rapid direction changes built into one pattern. Technique basics: feet about shoulder width, toes slightly out. Grip the bar tight, pull your shoulder blades together, and create a solid shelf for the bar. Big breath into your belly, brace hard like you're about to be punched, then sit your hips down and slightly back, keeping your knees tracking over your toes. Depth: aim for at least thighs parallel to the floor, deeper if your mobility allows without losing tension. Drive up by pushing the floor away and leading with your chest, not your hips. If you master this, your quads, glutes, and core will turn into a force-producing unit, not just individual muscles working alone. Now let's make the squat safer and stronger with smart setup cues. Start with the rack. Set the hooks just below shoulder height so you don't have to tiptoe the bar out. Use safety pins or straps set slightly below the bottom of your squat. Foot pressure. Think tripod foot, heel, big toe, little toe planted. As you descend, spread the floor with your feet to keep your knees tracking. Breathing and bracing. Inhale deeply through your nose or mouth into your belly, not your chest. Brace 360 degrees around your midsection, then hold that pressure as you squat down and up. Exhale at the top or through pursed lips if needed. Common errors: collapsing knees, heels lifting, folding forward, and rushing reps. Fix them by lowering the weight, filming your sets, and using tempo work. 3 seconds down, 1 second pause, then drive up with intent. Good squats should feel controlled, stable, and repeatable. Programming squats for output means you balance strength, technique, and fatigue. For most lifters, 2 to 3 squat sessions per week is plenty. Think one heavier day, one moderate or volume day, and optionally a lighter technique day. For pure strength, work mostly in the 3-6 rep range at 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max. A starting point, 4 sets of 4-6 reps, leaving 1 or 2 reps in reserve. You should finish sets challenged but not destroyed. For athletes, combine that with some faster work. Lighter sets at 50 to 60% moved explosively, or jump variations after squats. Progression: add 2.5 to 5 kg, 5 to 10 palages when you complete all sets with solid form, or add a set before adding weight. If you're stalling, reduce volume slightly for a week and push intensity. Remember, your goal isn't soreness, it's consistent, trackable increases in bar speed and load over time. Now the bench press, the most misunderstood of the big three. For output, bench isn't just a mirror muscle lift. It builds horizontal pressing strength that carries over to contact sports, grappling, pushing, and general upper body resilience. Done well, it's a full body lift. Setup: lie on the bench with eyes roughly under the bar. Plant your feet firmly on the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and drive them down toward your hips. This creates a stable base and slight arch. Grip slightly wider than shoulder width. Wrists stacked over elbows at the bottom. Unrack the bar by pulling it out, not pressing it up. Lower under control to your lower chest, keeping elbows at about a 45-60 degree angle from your torso. Light touch, no bouncing. Then drive the bar back up and slightly toward your face, keeping your forearms vertical. If your whole body feels tight and connected, you're benching, not just chest pressing. To build a strong, shoulder-friendly bench, pay attention to details. First, scapular position. Before every set, pinch your shoulder blades together and press them firmly into the bench. Think of creating a solid platform so your upper back, not your shoulder joint, absorbs the load. Second, leg drive. Plant your feet and push the floor away as you press. Your glutes should stay lightly engaged without your butt coming off the bench. Third, bar path, slightly diagonal. From the rack, it starts above your shoulders, lowers to the lower chest, upper sternum, then comes back toward the shoulders at lockout. Common mistakes: flared elbows, bouncing off the chest, super wide grip, and loose legs. These reduce output and increase injury risk. If your shoulders ache, try a slightly closer grip, more controlled tempo, and add horizontal pulling, rows, and face pulls to balance pressing volume. A strong bench is stable, smooth, and repeatable rep after rep. Bench press programming should build pressing power without wrecking your shoulders or elbows. Most lifters do well with 2-3 bench sessions per week. Think one heavier strength-focused day, one volume or technique day, and optionally a close grip or pause bench variant. For strength, live in the 3 to 6 rep range at 70-88% of your max. Example: 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps, leaving 1 rep in reserve. On your volume day, use 6 to 8 reps at 60 to 75%, focusing on bar speed and tightness. Pause the bar on your chest for 1 second each rep to build control. Pair bench with pulling. For every bench set, consider matching it with a row or pull variation. This keeps your shoulders healthy and improves stability. To progress micro-load, add 1 to 2 kg when possible, or add an extra set. Track your best 5 rep and 3 rep sets over time. If those climb, your max will follow. Small, consistent jumps beat ego loading every time. Now to the deadlift, the purest expression of raw, whole-body strength. For output, the deadlift is your hinge pattern, picking things up explosively, sprint acceleration, hip extension power, and robust posterior chain. Setup for conventional deadlift. Stand with midfoot under the bar, so the bar is about an inch from your shins. Feet roughly hip width. Grip the bar just outside your legs. From here, drop your hips just enough to flatten your back. Pull your chest up and lock your lats by thinking, bend the bar toward you. You should feel tightness from hands to hips. Push the floor away and stand up, keeping the bar close to your body. Hips and shoulders rise together at first. At the top, stand tall, no leaning back. Lower the bar by hinging at the hips first, then bending your knees once the bar passes them. A good deadlift is fast, tight, and vertical, not a slow, round-backed grind. Deadlifts are powerful but demanding, so precision matters. First, choose the right stance. Conventional works well for most, but if you have long femurs, tight hips, or prefer more upright torso, try sumo, wide stance, toes out, hands inside knees. Second, respect your spine. Neutral doesn't mean perfectly straight, but it does mean no uncontrolled rounding under load. Film from the side and check that your back angle stays consistent through the lift. Third, manage fatigue. Heavy deadlifts tax your nervous system and back. One truly heavy deadlift day per week is often enough, supported by lighter technique or speed work. Common errors: yanking the bar off the floor, hips shooting up first, bar drifting away from the body, and hyperextending at lockout. Fix them with controlled starts, cueing push the floor, and lots of submaximal reps. Think of deadlifts as a skill and force transfer, not just a test of toughness. Programming deadlifts for output is about intensity control and smart variations. Because deadlifts are so taxing, 1-2 focused sessions per week is usually enough. On your primary day, stick to 2 to 5 reps per set at 75 to 88% of max. Example, 4 sets of 3 to 4, leaving 1 to 2 reps in reserve. On a secondary day, use lighter loads, 50 to 65% for speed pulls, Romanian deadlifts, or tempo work to build position and hamstring strength. Progression can be slower here. Add 2.5 to 5 kilos only when bar speed, technique, and recovery are all solid. Use rep PRs, best 3, 5, or 8 reps, as landmarks instead of constantly testing singles. Rotate variations if your back or recovery lags. Trap bar deadlifts, deficit pulls, or block pulls can all build output with slightly less stress. Remember, deadlifts should leave you feeling worked but not wrecked. If your performance in other lifts or sports is crashing, your deadlift dose is too high. So how do you tie all 3 lifts together into a simple, output-focused plan? One effective structure is an upper-lower split, 3 days per week. Day 1, lower, squat focus, lighter deadlift or hinge assistance. Day 2, upper, bench focus, rows and upper back work. Day 3, full strength, deadlift focus, secondary bench or overhead press, plus single leg work. Each main lift gets 3 to 5 working sets. Start with the primary lift of the day, then 3 to 4 accessories that support it: lunges, rows, presses, hamstring curls, core work. Progress week to week by adding a total of 5-10 kilos across your main lifts or a few reps, never sacrificing form. Track 3 numbers. Best recent set of 5 on squat, bench, and deadlift. If those are rising, your output is climbing. Keep the plan boring, your effort high, and your execution sharp. Let's lock in the key ideas so you can actually apply this. First, output comes from a strong base. The squat, bench, and deadlift give you the biggest strength return for your time. They train legs, hips, back, chest, and core in coordinated patterns you can load heavily and measure. Second, technique is performance. Squats, tripod feet, braced torso, knees tracking. Bench, tight upper back, controlled bar path, leg drive. Deadlift, strong hinge, locked lats, bar close to the body. Third, programming beats random effort. 2 to 3 squat and bench exposures per week, 1 to 2 for deadlifts, mostly in the 3 to 6 rep range, leaving a rep or 2 in reserve. Fourth, progress patiently. Small, consistent jumps, good recovery, and balanced accessory work keep you advancing without burning out. If you remember nothing else, master these 3 lifts, track them, and let everything else support that mission. You now have a clear blueprint. 3 lifts that matter, the reasons they drive output, and a simple way to program them. Your next step is action. This week, pick 1 squat day, 1 bench day, and 1 deadlift-focused day. Write down your starting numbers. No ego, just honesty. Then run this approach for 6 weeks and track what happens. If you want more deep dive breakdowns like this on programming, speed work, or accessories that best complement the big 3, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss upcoming videos. Drop a comment with your current squat, bench, and deadlift numbers and your main goal: strength, sport performance, or general power. I read them and use them to shape future content. Finally, share this with a training partner who needs direction in the gym. Now close this video, open your notes, and map out your next training week.